everybody, and welcome to the latest and last edition of TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live for 2017. My name is Krista Joy, and here at TCB Radio Network, of course, we are celebrating the life and legacy of Elvis Presley with a mission to share his legacy with the world. Tonight, we are going to, by request, I had several people ask for this, we are going to talk about, we're actually going to go on a recap of what Elvis did on Christmas from the years 1954 to 1976, according to the Elvis History blog. I want to say hi to Steve Brandon. Hey, Carol Williams, you guys are right on time. Hello. All right, so in true Christmas fashion, we are going to kick off the show with the intro video. However, I'm going to play you a different song tonight, so I'm going to turn the sound off on the video and bring you something else that's fun. Hi, Michael from Buffalo. Welcome, you guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here with me tonight. Taking a break from the hustle and bustle of the Christmas wrapping and all that's I'm sure you're doing tonight. Thanks for taking time to be here with me. All right, so here we go with the video.
I am everything kids are needing. I was born and raised in the north of Sweden. I've been around a long, long while, riding around Christmas style. I'm the real Santa.
Hey, Vicky.
I'm the real Santa. I'm the real Santa. I'm the real Santa. And I know for sure, just because I'm the real Santa Claus, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, I dress the same, true in every way. For me, it ain't no act nor game. Santa Claus, my real name. I'm the real Santa. I'm the real Santa. I'm the real Santa. I'm the real Santa. And I'm telling you this just because I'm the real Santa Claus.
All right.
There is one from the North Pole. I'm gonna finish things.
All right, and our music, of course, tonight is Peter Alden and his other band, the Crown Electric Company, I think. I'm not sure which band that is. But anyway, that's the Christmas CD, and they're pretty much extinct. I might have a couple left. If you want to order one, email me, and I'll talk to you about pricing and shipping and all that stuff. We'd love to send you one. It's a great CD, so I'm going to leave it playing in the background here while we move forward. Super excited to be with you tonight. Our final episode of TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live for the year 2017. The reason is that next Tuesday is actually my birthday, the day after Christmas. And we're going to take a break from the show, and we will be back on January 2nd. So be prepared for that. And then the following week, we'll do a special Elvis birthday episode. So I know Carol Williams owns the Peter Alden Christmas CD. It's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. So here we go. And I want to do a special shout out and a thank you to Lee Douglas of Old Time Rock and Roll for converting the show to iTunes. He always does a phenomenal job. And I want to ask y'all, if you are watching live tonight, to go ahead and share the video. I would really appreciate it. Help everybody know about us, that we're doing an Elvis talk show on the internet. I've announced it at several of our live shows. There's a lot of great response. People seem very excited about it. So it's just great. I mean, Elvis endures. So Michael is wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Terry. Hello, Terry. Hi. All right, so reviewing Elvis Presley's 23 Christmases from the year 1954 to 1976. And this, of course, is according to the Elvis History blog, which is a fantastic blog that I look to for information pretty regularly these days. I will put a link to this blog in the show notes so that you can read it for yourself. Hey, Marian Ann. Hi, Donna from Ohio. It's so nice when you guys say hello because then I can see that you're here. So thank you for doing that. Thank you, Terry. So here's what it says. We know that Christmas was a very special time of year for Elvis. Wherever his work found him, whether it was in Hollywood, in Las Vegas, or on the road somewhere, he almost always came home to Memphis for the holidays. He loved to decorate Graceland for his fans to see, and at Christmas time, he gave generously to many of his hometown charities. We all know that regardless of the season, he loved to give gifts to his family and friends, but that was especially so at Christmas time. Hi, Marion. Merry Christmas to you, too. And Sissy's here. Hey, Sissy. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And Sissy, of course, is the admin for the group Elvis Find Out What Was Happening Then and Now on Facebook. So you guys need to check them out. They're like 14,000 members strong now. It's a fantastic group. And I appreciate you, Sissy, for being with me since day one of TCB Radio. Let me post my links in your group and all that fun stuff. Appreciate you very much. And congratulations on the success and the wild growing of your group. It's been amazing to watch. So, I think I left off here. Elvis celebrated 23 Christmases during his years as a professional entertainer from 1954 to 1976. And below is a record of where Elvis spent December 25th each of those years, along with a brief note about his activities that particular Christmas. The information comes from the book Elvis, Day by Day by Ernst Jorgensen and Peter Guralnick. I gotta get that book. So we'll start with 1954, where, of course, Elvis spent Christmas with his parents in the family's Memphis apartment at 462 Alabama Street. A week before Christmas, Elvis had appeared on the Louisiana Hayride radio program, and just 3 days after Christmas, he played a club in Houston, Texas. And while I'm reading these, if y'all want to type to me and let me know what you're doing this Christmas, I would love to hear from you. Let me know how you're celebrating with your friends and family. Now, in 1955, Elvis was home on Christmas Day again. The family had moved to a house at 1414 Getwell in Memphis. A month earlier, he had signed on with RCA Victor, and his 21st birthday was just 2 weeks away. In 1956, Elvis's fabulous success during the year had enabled him to purchase a new home for his parents on Audubon Drive in Memphis. He spent the holiday season there with his family, so he was moving a lot. He moved once a year there for a while. In 1957, Elvis must have had mixed emotions at Christmas time. It was his first Christmas at Graceland. Just 5 days before Christmas, however, he had received his draft notice. On Christmas Eve, he requested deferment, which pushed his induction day to March 20th, 1958. 1958, this was Elvis's first Christmas without his mother. He spent it with his father, grandmother, and friends in the Hotel Grunwald in Germany near his army post. Vernon's gift to Elvis was an electric guitar. That season, Colonel Parker sent out Christmas cards with a picture of himself dressed as Santa and Elvis in his military uniform. Now, for 1958, I'm going to take a little break from this particular article and read you something I found over on Rolling Stone. So this is from Rolling Stone magazine. Here's what they wrote about 1958. Want to know how revolutionary Elvis was in 50s America? Irving Berlin, the author of White Christmas, was so scandalized by Elvis's 1957 version of the song that he tried to get it banned from radio. Sorry, Irv. Instead, Elvis's Christmas album topped the Billboard charts for a month, and went on to sell nearly 20 million copies in various editions. It's a wonderful mix of lighthearted rock and roll with Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me, reverent versions of traditional favorites like Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, and nods to his country and gospel roots, Take My Hand, Precious Lord. The classic, of course, is Blue Christmas, but on every song, Elvis ingeniously adds a suggestive thrust to a lily-white genre while slightly purifying his own bad boy image by showing he could warm your hearth as well as roast your chestnuts. So there you have it from Rolling Stone magazine. Hi, Brenda. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Okay, so back to the serious stuff, back to the article from the Elvis History blog. In 1959, Elvis had his first Christmas with Priscilla. It was celebrated with family and friends at Elvis's rented home in Germany. Priscilla gave Elvis a set of bongo drums. And meanwhile, Elvis had arranged for a French poodle to be delivered to girlfriend Anita Wood in Memphis. Don't forget your girl back home there, Elvis. Hey, Jane. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. All right, so in 1960, he's now out of the Army, and Elvis again celebrated Christmas at Graceland. The photo on Colonel Parker's Christmas card that year featured Elvis sitting on Colonel Santa's lap. It was taken in November on the set of Wild in the Country. That's hilarious. And Steve Brandon is sharing his Christmas. Thank you, Steve. So yeah, if you guys are just getting here, I asked everybody to type in what they're doing for Christmas this year. And Steve Brandon says, on Christmas, Louise and I are getting on the iDrive trolley to see what adventures we can experience. Well, that should be fun. Seeing all the tourists and everybody on, we have a big strip here, guys, in Orlando called International Drive. So that's what Steve's talking about. International is where all the tourists go. So that should be a fun little trip on the trolley. Glad you guys are doing that. That's something new, different. So in 1961, Elvis spent the holidays with friends at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas. It was the last Christmas of his life that he would spend away from Graceland. In 1962, Priscilla flew in from Germany to spend Christmas with Elvis at Graceland. Elvis held a private party for about 30 friends. Elvis's gift to Priscilla was a toy poodle that she named Honey. She gave Elvis a wooden cigarette box that played the song Surrender when opened. There you go. Now in 1963, Elvis again spent the holidays at Graceland with Priscilla. A week before Christmas, he presented the mayor of Memphis with a check for $58,000 to be shared by 58 Memphis charities. In 1964, at Graceland, a dozen or so members of Elvis's male entourage went in together to present Elvis a Christmas gift of a Bible with a tree of life drawn on the front page. Each of the lines had the name of one of the guys. Noticing that Larry Geller's name was missing, Elvis refused to accept the Bible until Larry's name was added. Elvis was just 2 weeks away from his 30th birthday. Larry Geller, of course, one of our fantastic Elvis celebrity interviews that we have had here on TCB Radio Network on Facebook Live for you guys. What an amazing guy. Look how much Elvis loved him. And Larry did not tell us that story. He has so many stories. That's not one that he told us. I know he has a ton more, so we got to have him back on the show sometime soon. Jane, welcome from Corbin, Kentucky. Thank you so much for being here. That's a really cool story, right? All right, so that was 1964. So now we're on 1965. Again, spending the holidays at Graceland, Elvis received a slot car racing set as a Christmas present from Priscilla. The guys gave Elvis a $500 statue of Jesus, which is still in the meditation garden at Graceland. So there's the story on that. You've probably seen it if you've been there. In 1967, it was Elvis and Priscilla's first Christmas as man and wife. They hosted a party at Graceland on Christmas Eve. As usual, the grounds were decorated with a life-size nativity scene and 8 lighted garland trees. Hey, Nancy from Alabama, welcome. So in 1968, early in December, Elvis's comeback special aired on NBC TV. At Graceland on Christmas Day, Vernon dressed like Santa for Lisa Marie's first Christmas. To his employees, Elvis handed out gift certificates ranging from $100 to $200 to Goldsmith's department store. In 1969, a week before Christmas, Elvis returned home to Memphis from Los Angeles. Vernon again played the part of Santa. Elvis gave Priscilla a black fox coat, and she gave him a velvet suit with shirts and slacks, all designed by Bill Ballou, I hope I'm saying that right, who had designed the clothes for Elvis's 1968 TV special. In 1970, the early morning hours of Christmas Day, Elvis visited Memphis Police Headquarters to say hello to the men and women who had to work on Christmas. Elvis and Priscilla spent the rest of the day quietly at Graceland. In the evening, they went to the Memphian Theater to see Little Foss and Big Halsey, starring Robert Redford. Sissy says she loves the $58,000 split up to 58 charities. That is so generous. I agree. It's pretty awesome. Christmas 1971 at Graceland, Elvis distributed McDonald's gift certificates as a joke before handing out his real presents. Many of the guys noticed that Elvis and Priscilla seemed distant over the holidays. In 1972, having separated from Priscilla, Elvis gave his girlfriend Linda Thompson a mink coat for Christmas at Graceland. The Memphis Press noted that Elvis again had given graciously to local charities. In 1973, now divorced from Priscilla, Elvis spent another Christmas at Graceland. Among the extravagant presents he gave were a 3/4 length mink coat and a $2,000 fox suede coat. In 1974, Elvis experienced health problems during the Christmas season. As a result, he was forced to cancel his January Las Vegas engagement. During the holidays, Elvis flew Voice, a gospel backup group, in and out of Memphis a couple of times to sing with him at Graceland. Elvis's 40th birthday was now just 2 weeks away. In 1975, on Christmas Eve, Elvis took the Graceland gang up for a ride in the Lisa Marie. There, he handed out pieces of jewelry which he had personally selected for each individual. In 1976, the final Christmas season of Elvis's life, this was a hectic one. He returned to Memphis on December 13th after a bizarre Las Vegas engagement. Just 2 days after Christmas, he appeared at Wichita State University to start a new tour. 6.5 months later, Elvis died at Graceland. So there you have it. Elvis Christmases all the way from 1954 to 1976, 23 Christmases. I wish we had even more. I wish we had the really early ones. I'm sure those can be found somewhere. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching tonight. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. And even if you're watching this on replay later, I hope that you'll type in what you're doing this year for the holidays. And we want to wish you a very, very Happy New Year from all of us at TCB Radio Network. We will be back with you on January 2nd to bring in a new year with lots of great Elvis news. A lot of cool stuff actually happened this week. So we'll go back and look and dive into all of that. And then the week after that, I want to do a special Elvis birthday episode. And we look forward to bringing you several celebrity interviews this year, as well as I know Peter Alden has it on his goal list to produce a true podcast, to produce the show for you in true podcast form up on iTunes. And one of my dreams is to get that syndicated onto all kinds of online radio stations so that we can just help spread the word of Elvis all over the world and just celebrate his legacy and his memory, because I think it's really important for future generations. And I'm looking forward to recording several interviews this coming year, so we can preserve and always have the voices of these wonderful people that knew Elvis, or Even we're probably going to have some authors on the show as well. All kinds of Elvis related people. So not necessarily ones that knew him and in person, but also people that are doing things today to carry on his legacy. So I look forward to a very exciting year, and I really hope that you find TCB Radio Network adding value to your weeks and your Elvis experience, that we're here for you. So feel free to write us anytime. Let us know what you like about the show, what you'd like to see more of, because truly we're producing this for you guys, the fans. It's not about us or even who we have on the show. It's always about you. We always have you in mind. So we want to do this show for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We wish you all the best, all the success, and just a wonderful new year full of love. And we will see you in 2018. Meanwhile, keep in touch with us on Facebook and through email and over on the website, TCBRadioNetwork.com. Good night, everybody. Have a magical, magical Christmas season. We'll see you in the new year.